Let's see who's gonna be the first person. Who's gonna be the first person to witness this? That's what I want to see. Who gonna be the first person to come up in here and catch this? All right? Because I'm gonna do it for the first person. I just want to see who gonna be the first person to come up in here, man. I got my new hat. I got my new hat. I got it. And I'm going to introduce it to the first person that come up in here. Will be the first one to see me with my new hat. I see somebody and get, uh-oh, I got two people up in here. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, I've been waiting for this for a long time. You know, I finally found a hat, and it didn't take me forever to get it. All right? Ed! All right? Ed was you the first one up in here. So I told you that I took a hat and made it a brand. Now, this is the original True Conductor hat right here. This hat right here, this is the original. There it is. Here's my other hat. This is my other hat. Okay? I just got it today. So now I got to break this in. Okay? Thank you, man. I got to break it in. Okay? But this is my new hat now. You know, I got to get used to it because it's smaller than you know. See, it's a little smaller than the other one. It's cut different, you know. But you know, I have to go with what I can get. See, I had to go with what I can get. But this is my new hat now, and it's just in time because I got a tour to do tomorrow, so I'll be able to wear it tomorrow when I do my tour. You know, so this is my brand. This is my brand, man. This is what I took. I took a hat and made it a brand. You know, that's just what I did. I took a hat and made it a brand. You know, gave it a name, and anything that see when something is for you, you're gonna be able to define it. You can give a definition to it when it's for you. If it ain't for you, you won't be able to put a definition to it. And that's what a lot of people overlook about their ideas. See, they'll dismiss their ideas, and it could be $1 billion idea because they just took it for granted that anybody can get that. Anybody can do that. Anybody can't do that. Ideas don't come to anybody. Let me say that again. Ideas don't come to anybody. Okay? Wow, man. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. I'm sorry to hear that. That's a tragedy within itself. See, I keep telling people ain't no place safe, man. Ain't no place safe. Ain't nobody safe. And we take that for granted. You know, we take it for granted, man. You know, man, my condolences to you and your family, man. You know, because that's not something that any parent wants to want to have to deal with and confront, especially, especially when it's in violence. We you know we don't want to deal with that. So so how y'all like my new hat, man? How you like my new hat? What you think? What you think? How y'all like my new hat? You know, do I still look the same? telling you, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I know this is not a good time for you, Ed. And you know, brother, that's something that nobody wants to have to confront that. Nobody wants to deal with that. And 9 times out of 10, it was some senseless shit. Some stupid shit that somebody just This is why be trying to tell people. When we disagree in our neighborhood, man, we kill each other. We kill each other over some bullshit just because we disagree. You notice they banning books for kids to read, but they ain't banning no music. Y'all notice that? They're banning all kind of books, but they ain't banning one damn music, one record. They ain't banned none of that. And that's where them kids putting all that information in them records. That's where they getting all these ideas from. That music they listening to. See, that's what's got us divided. That's what's telling them you don't talk to your opposition. Yes, money. And you know who the biggest purveyors of hip hop is? White kids. White kids know hip hop, the songs better than black kids, because they can afford it. See, that's how them boys getting rich, man. Selling that poison. See, and that's all they selling is poison. Because look how they killing each other. See, the most dangerous profession that you can get in right now is hip hop. They kill each other like flies. That's a sport for them. That's how they get their street cred, by killing each other. And we act like we don't see that and we don't know that. And we don't understand that. But look at the dumb shit these kids got to come out here and do just to get some attention. And some of it to the point where they losing their life. Trying to get some followers. Trying to be a social media influencer. Doing all kind of stuff, man. Can't do it the right way because it ain't going to work. See, people don't want you to be honest and straightforward and truthful. They want you to tickle their ears. Bullshit them. Give them a pipe dream. Make them think something, give them an illusion. It's all, listen, gang initiation, damn. Ain't that some shit? You got to kill somebody to get in a group. Ain't that something to be accepted? You got to kill somebody to be accepted. What kind of shit is that, man? I mean, how sick is that? You got to kill somebody just so a motherfucker can accept you. And you got people go along with that shit to be accepted. They'll go out here and kill somebody just to be accepted. That's sick. Sick, man. But anyway, I'm liking this new hat. I'm liking it already. I'm liking it. It's got to break in, man. It's gonna have to fit my head. It's got to get its automatic place when I put it on. It'll automatically just fall into place. I'm liking it. I am. I'm liking it. I am. I told y'all, man. My hat is my brand. And And see, and the beauty about my brand, no matter where I go, I don't have to take it off. I don't care what building I walk into. I ain't got to take my hat off. That's my brand. So I don't take my hat off when I go in because it's my brand. And if somebody want to make me take my hat off, then I don't need to go there. I'll leave. I don't need to be in there because it's my brand. You know, and see people, you know, sometimes you're gonna find people that will try to program you, you know, with the authority. That it, you know what, the new wisdom cap. This is it, man. I told my daughter, I said, girl, I told her, I said, don't throw this away. This is the original. See, this one been work. This been in the field, man. This hat right here, this been in the field, buddy. This one right here done seen battle. Okay, it's done seen battle. I mean, look how faded. You know, I done had to sew it. And you see, this done seen battle. And now I can come with this one. It's time to rock and roll now, buddy. The work is done. The work is done. Now it's time to rock and roll. Yes, it is. It's time to rock and roll. Yeah, man, it's time to rock and roll now, buddy. I mean, when I come on the scene now, see, people gonna see. Oh, that's a true conductor. See, and I can't wait to wear this down to the White House so I can see the reaction of people. You know, now, because this hat is really a conductor's hat. Okay, this is a conductor's hat right here. All right, that's what this is. It's truly a conductor's hat. And I'm gonna tell you, man, I saw a hat company that had some leather caps on the same style a little bit. But boy, you can take this and put it in a different material and some different colors, like some nylon, and it would compete. That's a good point, man. I gotta figure out how to preserve this. Cause this is the original true conductor hat right here. This is the original. That's what I told my daughter. Don't throw this away. This is the original true conductor hat. The original. This is the original right here. And let me take off. Let me get famous. This'll be worth some money, man. See, y'all be laughing. But this right here, the original true conductor hat, this worth some money right here. This is a collector's item. And right here, this right here is a collector's item. It sure is, because it's the original. Everything that comes behind it is a copy. That's the original true conductor hat. That's what I built my brand with. And see, so now that I got my name out, I got my brand out, I got my message out. Now, let me introduce the true conductor. See, and the hat makes a difference. The hat makes a difference. Makes a big difference, man. You see, so now people ain't got to guess and they ain't got to wonder. See, when they see truth conductor now, then and look at me and say, oh, he's the truth conductor. See, because now I do look like a conductor because I got a conductor's hat on. And the only difference between me and them is shit, they can ride free. They can ride free. I can't. I got to pay. I'm still paying right now. I ain't worked that out. I ain't got that well known where they gonna say, true conductor, come on, man. Where you going? Yeah, and listen. That train conductor has a lot of power. He can say yes, he can say no. He can say get on or get off. Okay? That's the train conductor. They got some power, man. And see, and they were a part of the Underground Railroad. The train conductors were a part of the Underground Railroad because they're the ones that had to check the tickets. They're the ones they knew who the passenger was. So they're going to put a ticket to cover them so they can get where they're going. See, you know, what a lot of people don't understand, and I think they get this point kind of confused. See, black people knew where the boundaries were. We knew where we can go. We knew where we were wanted. And we knew where we were not wanted. Okay? And we had to survive. We had to make it. That's why we came up with the codes, which were nothing. All the Underground Railroad was a code system. And that code was nothing but a nickname. That's why even today in 2023, you have more black folk that know each other by their nickname than they do their real name. The Underground Railroad. That's where nicknames came from. See, if you were on the Underground Railroad and you used the name Nat Turner, they wouldn't trust you. See, because Nathaniel meant God sent. And he was hanged in Jerusalem, Virginia. Like Uncle Tom. If you were on the Underground Railroad and you thought Uncle Tom was a buffoon or some kind of character, they surely wouldn't trust you. Uncle Tom meant brave warrior on the Underground Railroad. See, so a lot of our history has been distorted. You know, and because we don't make sure our history stays alive, we depend on other people to tell it. And when other people start telling your story, that's when they leave shit out. That's when it changes. Man, listen, let me tell you something. Don't be mad at white people because of what they do, because people sit back and allow it. See, this one thing you got to give white people credit. When they come on the scene, that's when history starts. When white people come on the scene, that's when history starts. When they gentrify a community, they're going to change the name, and that's when the history of that community going to start. Like America, 1776. Well, we now know black folk was here in 1619. Where's the history between 1619 and 1776? Where that history at? How come we ain't teaching that? Why we don't know? Man, Uh, my grandson, a good Lord let him live, next weekend will be graduating from Michigan State. And he started out at Ohio State. So I went up to see him. They had Family and Friends Day at Ohio State. And man, I jumped in the caddy, shoot. I'm off to Ohio. Get up there, granddaddy, granddaddy. Man, I saw a sign reminding me of you. I looked at boy, you smoking reefer already? Hey, no, quit, granddaddy, quit playing. Come here, let me show you this sign. We go read the sign. It was a marker on campus that was dedicated to the Underground Railroad. And we read the marker, and the marker say, this is marker 4 of 5. And he said, granddad, there are 5 markers for the Underground Railroad on campus. And we found all 5. Okay. And we found all 5. You know, so and that was interesting. You know, finding that. So he's graduating from Michigan State. They gave him a full scholarship to get his master's and a job at Michigan State. That's how bad they wanted him. They gave him a full scholarship and a job to come back to Michigan State. And my father, his great-grandfather, is buried in Battle Creek, Michigan. And he's buried in the same cemetery with Sojourner Truth. So I'm going to take a trip to Michigan, get my grandson and his trumpet, and we're going to go to the cemetery. And I'm going to let him play for my father, his great-grandfather, and I'm going to take him over to Sojourner's Truth grave and let him play for her. Now, some of y'all be saying, man, you crazy. No, I ain't. No, I ain't, because you don't know what kind of music that might stimulate for him. And to give that kind of honor, you know, I mean, Sojourner Truth ain't nothing to laugh at. See, Sojourner Truth was the first one to integrate public transportation in Georgetown. See, a lot of people think it was, what's her name, down in Montgomery, Rosa Parks. Sojourner Truth was the first woman to integrate public transportation in Georgetown. Because she got on a trolley and 2 white women told her that Negroes were not allowed. And she said, there's a carriage right over there that'll take you anywhere you want to go. I'm not moving. Let me tell you how bad that woman was. They were stealing kids. The slave catchers were stealing kids from Freedman's Village. See, from 1863 up to 1900, Arlington Cemetery was Freedman's Village, a contraband camp. See, a lot of people don't know there are free slaves, free black people buried in Arlington Cemetery over by the Iwo Jima Memorial. That's when it was Freedman's Village. See, that's another thing. people don't tell you that Arlington Cemetery was once a contraband camp. What is a contraband? When runaway slaves made it to D.C. and told the Union soldiers, listen, we don't want to go back because we're afraid our masters would make us work for the opposition. Then the Union soldiers would confiscate them as contrabands of war to interrupt the sale of slaves in the South. Okay? So once you confiscate them, you got to have somewhere to put them. Barry Farms was the first contraband camp in Southeast D.C. Arlington Cemetery from 1863 up to 1900 was a contraband camp. Okay? And at 1900 was when they cleared the land to build a cemetery and start on the Pentagon. Okay? But all of that area that you see over there, that was a black community. That's what that was. Okay? And a lot of people don't know that. See, so anyway, that's how, and see, Camp Barker, that was over near U Street. Matter of fact, that's what U Street came out of, Camp Barker, a contraband camp. From 1862 up to 1863, man, almost 10,000 people invaded that camp. The Union soldiers went over to Roosevelt Island to prepare it for black men to join the army because it was against the law for us to carry guns in D.C. So even though we were going to fight for our country, we still, because it was against the law for us to carry guns, we couldn't even train to be soldiers in D.C. We had to go over to Roosevelt Island. The first statue that's on Capitol Hill dedicated to Abraham Lincoln had black men with guns. They said that cost too much. And then they settled on a black man kneeling before Lincoln. That's how that statue came about. And all black money paid for it. But they didn't know what they was getting when they gave up the money. And I submit that Frederick Douglass was paid off with his house that he bought over in Southeast D.C. Because that was the Union Land Grant Corporation owned that land. They went out of business. And he came and bought that land in 1877. But see, he dedicated that statue on Capitol Hill in 1876. And he had a hand in the design of the statue. No, that ain't speculation. It's not speculation, man. Go back and read. See, that's what's wrong with y'all. Because you don't know it, it ain't in the books you read, it's speculation to you. Because it's new information. And you're too damn lazy to go and look it up yourself. So you're going to try to put the onus that I don't know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about, buddy. See, this is the problem. Everybody too damn, they want to be spoon-fed. Everything, they got to be spoon-fed. They don't want to do nothing, look up nothing themselves. And I'm going to tell y'all something. The minute people start really looking into black history, they're going to get addicted. Because they're going to see, man, there's so much stuff that people don't even talk about. You're gonna be like, wow, I didn't know that. That's how our history just dying on the vines. Cause ain't nobody trying to save it. Ain't nobody trying to share it. Ain't nobody trying to pass it along. And we get mad with white people because they ain't got the time to do what we need to be doing. Well, see, let me. Don't y'all fool yourself. Don't fool yourself, man. Um, don't fool yourself. Don't fool yourself. History books were written the way they were written for a reason. They were written like that for a reason. He who teaches the history is in control. That's why, man, I've been out of high school over 50 years. And they still teaching kids some of the same bullshit that they taught me 50 years ago. See, we still got Columbus discovering America. I mean, come on, man. No, he wasn't the first. See, instead of, this is why I'm against hiding and destroying Confederate statues. They got their ass kicked. Why don't you tell how they lost? Set the record straight. Okay? Set the record straight. Instead of trying to hide them, set the record straight. See, we don't want to set the record straight about none of our history. And now people finding out on their own, and they don't trust nobody now. Because won't nobody tell them the truth. And then when somebody come along and speak truth, then it'll be like him. That's speculation, isn't it? No, it's not speculation. It's the truth. Just because you don't know it, it's speculation. Because it ain't in your repertoire, it's speculation. Okay? Well, yes, they do. They do. That's the biggest lie from the pit of hell. That's how they got scared of each other with race. That's why all these crimes you see, are with black people. That's how they got us scared of each other. It ain't about the Bible, man. The devil know the Bible. You talking about the Bible? The Bible is a way of life. And a lot of people ain't living. They compromising see, people don't believe that there are spiritual consequences. Let me say that again. See, a lot of folk don't believe that there are some spiritual consequences. See, they don't believe God can punish. They don't believe that. And this is the problem. A lot of folk don't believe in spiritual consequences, man. And they happen. See, and we got to be real about it. Got to be real about it. Look it up. Look it up. Why ask me something that you can look up yourself? Since you don't know what it is. And you should be even ashamed to even be asking, what is that? Don't let people know that you don't know. Shit. Move around like you do know what you're talking about. Even when you don't. I'm liking this hat, y'all. I'm getting used to this hat. I'm getting used to it. My head is fitting my head now. I'm getting used to it. I'm getting used to it. I'm going to miss my old one. I really am. This man said he don't believe your spirit can be hurt. Well, okay. So where does your spirit go? Because that's the only thing that's keeping your body alive. Is your spirit. When your spirit dies, it's got to go somewhere. It's either going to go up or it's going to go down. One of the two. Those are the only choices. No, man. No. I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna let my grandchildren, my great grandchildren, deal with that. I'm gonna pass it down as an heirloom. No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna try to sell it. No, mm. I should, but no, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna let them enjoy that. That's something that they can hold on to. You know, so because every head after this it'll never be the same. It'll never be the same. I won't have to work as hard in this hat as I did with that hat. See, this hat here has weathered the storm, man. It's been in the storm, okay? It's been in the storm. Look, this joint been in the storm, buddy. This here has been in the storm, okay? This is the one that I put the time in. This sweat equity is in this. That's what's in this hat right here. This hat was how I got my brand off. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. That's faded from sun. Being out in the sun, man. This is from being in the sun. That's what this is from. That shows you how much I've been working, man. I've been in the sun, did this. Okay, this is what the sun did. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm liking this one though. I am liking this one. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Yeah, I'm liking this one. You know, I got to send my wife a picture. I got to take a picture for this. Send my wife with this hat on. I like this one. I like it. Nah, that's worth more than $100. Yeah, no, I do. I like it. I like it. And see, and this is what I'm trying to show people. See, a lot of folk take symbols and make it their brand. I took a hat and made it my brand. That's what I took. I took a hat, gave myself a name, and made my brand. And that's what most folk do. But most folks afraid to follow through. You know, they don't think that they're even qualified to have a brand of their own. Because most of us are conditioned to go get a job. See, we're not taught to be independent. We're not taught to think ownership. We're taught to work. We're taught to make others rich. We're not taught to be make ourselves rich. That's why we content with the salaries that we get. See, some folk are, making 100, 200, 250, they content. They content. You know? But when you start cutting out the middleman, see, you want to be the owner. You want to be the producer. And see, people have a problem with that. See, now you got to jump through. And isn't it interesting when you try to have positive dreams, people will tear that down? but then you could take something negative and get rich off of it. Look at all these stories that 50 Cent, is making. All he's glorifying is drug dealers. That's all he's glorifying, man. Violence and drug dealers. Okay, see, no, you got that backwards. See, wisdom is knowledge. Understanding applies it. You see, when you can have all of the knowledge you want. You can be the smartest person in the world. But if you don't understand how to apply that knowledge, how to use that, it's worthless. It's worthless, man. Knowledge without understanding is worthless because you're going to need the understanding to be able to apply it. And most folk are trying to apply knowledge without any understanding of what they're dealing with or who they're dealing with. See, it's just that simple. Okay? Well, hey man, um, I'm not, I'm not, I'm not, I'm not the one to try to tell people uh, that what they're believing in and what they're hoping in is false. Okay? And that's not necessary, man. Y'all arguing over something that's really trivial. That's trivial, man. That's trivial. And both of you getting screwed at the gas pump. And look at you. Both of you still paying the highest food prices. And look at you. You arguing among each other. I haven't seen that news. I don't follow. I'll get off and read something, but I ain't a television fan. I'm not a TV fan, so I'm not sure what is the news. What is the news? Anything that anything that is being done is too late. It's too late. Really. I mean, um, it's too late, man. It's too late. And see, like we got a lot of these young boys right now that's fussing and fighting over turf, their territory, and they don't own nothing, and they killing people because people are in their neighborhood, and they don't own shit in the neighborhood. But look at how many people getting killed. Oh, she died. Oh, well, um, her soul is not in peace. Yeah, Jerry Springer died too. Her soul is not in peace. That's all I can say. If she did die, who did she make peace with before she died? And if she didn't make peace before she died, her soul ain't happy, man. She ain't die happy. You see, did she make peace? That's the question. Okay? That's the question. Did she make peace? Because surely, if you trying, that's the one thing you want to do. You want to try to make some peace, man, before you leave this earth. And some people don't believe in that. See, some people don't think they should be trying to make peace. But think about that, man. Think about. Think about that. You think Emmett Till didn't cross her mind before she died? You think that boy's voice didn't haunt her, and she can't say a word, and all that shit is in her mind? You don't think she dealt with that? Think about it. She had to deal with that and couldn't say a word. And seeing at the time when you could say something, you didn't say nothing. And now that you want to say something, you can't say a word. God, dog. And that's how a lot of people gonna get caught. They're gonna want to be able to confess something, and they ain't gonna be able to say a word. Ain't gonna be able to say a word. See, and I guarantee you, she wanted to say a lot and couldn't say a word. And she had to lay there in that. Okay? All right? No, seriously, man. And see, this is what people don't want to face and realize. And this is what I'm talking about. The spiritual differences. The spiritual that you're going to have to deal with. You're going to have to deal with it whether you want to or not. You're going to have to deal with it. And a lot of people, this is why a lot of folk right now committing suicide. Because they seeing the spiritual side of something and they can't take it. And they take themselves out. You watch. You watch. I told y'all. I said, man, stuff getting ready that's been done in secret, it's getting ready to come out. It's coming out. It's coming out. All this stuff they've been doing all these years, thinking ain't nobody gonna find out about it, and that stuff is coming out. Watch. And you know who gonna get hit the hardest? The Supreme Court. Cause Clarence Thomas done told them. See, I told you I asked around. See, when you say you asked around, everybody doing it. And he letting them know, if I go down, I'm taking y'all with me. That's how that's gonna work. If Clarence Thomas go down, he taking somebody with him. He ain't going by himself. He gonna take somebody with him. Watch. All right, man. Y'all like my new hat? Y'all like my new hat? Man, I'm liking this. I'm liking it. And it fits perfect too, boy. It's like a perfect fit, man. Swear it is. Perfect fit. Boy, I remember this how I used this how this one used to look. It used to look just like this. Sure did. It looked just like this. Did I just over the years, man, I had to have shit almost 20 years. Almost 20 years. Yeah. Yeah, I had this, it's very comfortable. I had this almost 20 years right here. This one right here is almost 20 years old. And I done got my way out of it too, boy. I got my money's worth out of this. I really got my money's worth out of this. See, now it'll be interesting to see how many people now, when I'm walking down, say, hey, true conductor. See, now that's the next move. To see when I'm out in the street and people start calling my name. See, because they see who I am. Man, I like this. I like this feeling, man. I like this. It's game on, y'all. It's game on now. It's game on. I'm finna show you how I'm gonna build my brand. I'm telling you, man. My brand getting ready to take off. My brand is getting ready to take off. For real. It's getting ready to take off. I can feel it. I can feel it. Because now, I got me a new hat, buddy. Got me a new one. Yes, sir, buddy. Got me a new one. How you like me now? Mm-hmm. How you like me now? Now I know where to get it from. God diggity dog. I know where to get it to. Now I know where to get it. I can get it just like that. Know where to get it. I ordered this thing Monday, and here it is. Here it is. I didn't think it was gonna be here this fast. Here it is. I said, I was coming back when I was coming back from Michigan. I told my daughter, I said, man, I'm just gonna go ahead and bite the bullet. I don't know where this money coming from, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna buy me a new. I need me a new hat. Let me go ahead and buy me a new hat. And and here it is. And tomorrow, I'll be the first time I do a tour in my new hat. Got me a tour to do tomorrow with some kids in my new hat. You know, so I'm excited. I'm excited. Because, you know, I can sense the change now. I can sense a shift. I can sense it. Something has shifted, man. Something has shifted. And it's in my favor. It's in my favor. All right? All right, YouTube. Man, I'm out of here. I got to get me something to eat. I'll see y'all later.